lessons from this series that I learned, and I think most brands can actually use, is she shared her story. And we see this where people share their story about products, and I think that's important for a brand when you're building a brand. She shared her own personal experience, and that is what sold the products. She shared her journey with losing her hair and actually growing it back, which I felt was good. But she also shared her experience of not being able to be hired for certain jobs, or not being able to look presentable in her community. And as her hair began to grow, then she felt like she got more opportunity, right? So she sold her product one to her audience. She marketed basically by sharing her story, which was a part of her brand identity. Your brand identity is your story. It could be the color schemes of your brand. It could be your logo. This is the way that people identify your brand, right? So she was identified by her story. This is what I went through. And your story has to connect to the brand. Don't just tell about a time in elementary school and it has nothing to do with your brand. Like, no. So your brand story is going to help people to make you feel relatable. It's gonna help you be relatable to other people, and also to help you sell the products. And that's what Madam CJ Walker did right. So the third thing that she did, that was a tip too, and it should be a tip for business, with each sale of each product that she had, she actually offered a free service. So she said, if you get this product, you can come to my salon and I'll do your hair for free. And that is marketing like to the best, like to the T or whatever. You have to give something to get something. Even if you have a brand, you have to give away some type of information for people to really trust you. You have to offer something. You know, we see this all the time when you buy a product. If you think about Macy's, you buy a product from Macy's and then you get a gift for free. So it's the same thing, but this is one of the things that Madam CJ Walker did to stand out in her time. She said, listen, if you get these products, if you come to my salon, I'll do your hair for free. Like, that's how much I believe in my products, right? And you know, as soon as she said that, her little stall in the market, it was basically rushed. It was bum rushed by a whole bunch of people, and they just bought her products. And her salon was packed. She had the overflow. So you have to offer something for free. Okay, I believe in my product so much, I'll do this for free, because I know one day you're gonna pay me. So that is one tip that you need to learn. You know, you have to give something in order to get something in business. You know, a business relationship is about loyalty. It's about trust. So they have to believe what you're saying. And if you're a brand that's not known, in order to get people, that was a little Caribbean in me. In order to get people to try your product and to trust your brand, sometimes you may have to offer some things for free. So that is lesson number 3. So the tip number 4 that I learned from the first episode of Madam CJ Walker series was when she got competition. Addie came into town, and Addie was like competing with her and all this stuff. Addie was like, went to the church and everything. It was just testifying, right? So when she had competition, she offered promotion. She offered promotional sales. She was like, listen, you know, if you, right now I have a change in my business, I'm offering this product, buy one, get one free. And this is what made her successful. Like, once again, you have to give something to get something. So she offered promos, whether it's 20% off. And you don't have to do that all the time. You can pace yourself around the holidays. It could be for different things, but you have to give something in business to get something. You can't just, just take from your customers. It has to be a relationship. In any relationship, it will always die if it's not a give and take, right? If it's not a give and take, those relationships never ever last. If a person's always taking from you, you get tired of it. And it's the same principle in business. So she offered the buy one, get one free when she had competition. So the last and final tip, tip number 5 from Madam CJ Walker series. This is only the first episode and it's so much juice in there. So the last thing that I felt like she did to stand out in the market, I'm sorry, there's a hair in my eye. The last thing she did to stand out in the market was she reinvested her money. I think so many times, you know, we as business, we get money, especially me, like, just working in the salon industry, you get money very fast. You get tips, you get a lot of money. Money like really runs through your hands, right? So you have to be really disciplined and reinvest your money in your business, right? You really have to reinvest your money in your business. That is very important. And this is something that she did when she had her first big boom and she started to make like her profit. You know, she said to her husband, she was like, you know, I want to expand. And he was like, you know, we just started making a profit. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take us and get some like steak and some champagne, something like that. And she's like, nah, you can keep your steak and champagne. I want a factory. So she always reinvested her money within her brand. She always reinvested her money. So she started with a little bit of product, then she thought about expanding her line, right? Then she started and she expanded and she got a bigger space. She turned her house into a salon as well. Then she started to look for investors for her factory. That's in episode 2, but she always reinvested in her business. She was always thinking bigger. She was not thinking about that steak dinner and that champagne. And I think a lot of times we hit like a milestone and we're like, let's celebrate. And you're spending, you know, we end up spending the money for our business. We end up spending the money that we're supposed to invest. And she was like, nah, I don't want this steak and champagne. She was like, I'm going to reinvest this money and my goal is to get a factory. I need more space. So those are the 5 tips that you can learn. I definitely have learned from Madam CJ Walker Self-Made.